In 1917, after World War I, there was a great need for warehouses to store ammunition and facilities for the proof and test of field artillery and ammunition. The United States government bought 13,000 acres of sand prairie by the Mississippi River in Savanna, Illinois, and opened the Savanna Army Depot. Within the Savanna Army Depot, there were many military divisions over the years. Military communications, arms testing, and ammunition technical training were a big part of the use of the Savanna Army Depot. The Savanna Army Depot was 13,062 acres and located on the eastern bank on the Mississippi River, in Carroll and Joe Daviess counties. The land is located approximately 8 miles north of Savanna, and it was opened in 1917 as a testing facility for weapons that were developed in the Rock Island Arsenal. In June of 1917, the commanding officer of Rock Island Arsenal, Colonel George W. Burr, was directed to purchase certain lands and to make the necessary improvements. During World War II, it became a weapons depot. World War II caused a great expansion of manufacturing and storage facilities at Savanna. Because of the expansion, employment jumped from 143 employees in 1939 to 7,195 in 1942. The activities at the depot decreased at the end of World War II, but started to rise again during the Korean War. The workforce once again increased, was trying to keep up with the wartime mission.
It's the time when I first started, it was right around the pickup trucks, and we had to escort everybody that came into the ordnance depot and had to take them from one area to the next. It was kind of, and then we traded in different posts through the day, through the 8-hour shift. We rotated every day, and a lot of times it was really extremely boring. A lot of times, if it wasn't for escorting people or checking ammunition out when you're on patrol and ammunition or checking and making sure there was nobody coming in from the riverside and all that stuff. Didn't seem to be important at the time, but I guess to secure a base that was that big.
One of the more unique features that most people don't think of in an Army base is the fire and emergency services. The Savanna Army Depot Fire Department played a major role during the depot era. The firefighter personnel were also certified as EMTs. Even though they had an ambulance, they could not transfer anyone outside of the depot.
Was a firefighter EMT basic?
This branch was responsible for the inspecting and maintaining fire detection suppression systems, testing fire hydrants, conducting fire inspections throughout the depot, and inspecting and repairing fire extinguishers. All of the employees of the fire department had to be trained in CPR, first aid, and fire equipment testing. All of the employees had to be trained in all of the equipment as well.
It was a nice job. A lot of nice guys. Did a lot of training. Both fire training and also boat rescue training.
The Army Depot relied on the fire department in case of any hazardous material and ammunition concerns due to there not being a hazmat team in the Tri-County area. The fire department had a truck and trailer to go with their hazmat team. They also had to go through water transportation training. The fire department had 2 pumpers that pumped 1,000 gallons per minute, a water tender that held 1,000 gallons of water, a brush truck that was for grass fires that pumped 300 gallons of water per minute with 750 gallons of water on reserve. Even though the fire department was a key point of the Savanna Army Depot, it didn't help to keep it open. In 1995, the employment went down to about 500 people, which led to the Savanna Army Depot being put on the closure list. In March of 2000, the Savanna Army Depot closed because of severe contamination from the unexploded ordnance, chemical dumps, asbestos, and soil which was so full of TNT that it would burn. Children were also a major concern living in that area because they were always outside playing and bringing food into contaminated areas.
Closing military bases. And Savanna Army Depot was on the closing list. They announced in '95 that they were going to close it. So that's why after we heard it was going to close, I put in for the Rock Island Arsenal Fire Department right away.
When the depot closed, Hanover lost 200 of its 1,000 residents, and Savanna lost about 1,000 of its 4,500 residents.
Being that the Army Depot was under base closure in 1996, the base closed in 1999, and I was then left because of the base closure, and I took an early retirement.
Most of the land, 9,400 acres worth, was transferred to the Upper Mississippi River National Wildlife and Fish Refuge. Much of the property remains off limits even though it is part of the public refuge. Because of the closing of the depot, people became jobless, while others transferred to different departments. Today, the Savanna Army Depot Fire Department is used for storage for the Hanover Volunteer Fire Department. Most of the equipment from the fire department was given to the Savanna and Hanover fire departments. The firefighters had the option to either transfer to McAllister, Oklahoma, to go to another fire base, or retire. A few of the firefighters transferred to the Rock Island Arsenal. The Rock Island Arsenal provides manufacturing, logistics, and base support for the armed forces. Some of the other workers went to Hanover and joined the Hanover Fire Department. The Hanover Fire Department is a volunteer service for the local village. The rest of the firefighters went to McAllister, Oklahoma, or another fire department of their choice. Some may think that the Savanna Army Depot is no longer in use, but it is owned by many companies. The Savanna Army Depot buildings and the fire station may not be used for weapon testing and storage, but today Rescar, Inserv, and Midwest companies are working in the Army Depot on railroad cars.
They started doing a lot of cleanup. Taking dirt that was contaminated from the area, from the ammunition being produced and demilled there for so long. They were doing cleanup.
The other buildings are no longer able to be worked in, so they are now abandoned and blocked off. The fire station is now owned by the Hanover Fire Department, and it is used for storage for extra trucks and equipment. The future of the Savanna Army Depot is uncertain. With the addition of new companies and the local counties trying to revitalize the depot, there is hope that the Savanna Army Depot will bring back jobs and economic prosperity back like it did in the past. What about the fire department? Most of the former personnel are either retired or relocated. The local fire department has consolidated its department to include the Savanna Army Depot area.
Once, but I miss the guys that I worked with. There was a lot of nice guys.
Now all that's left are the memories of friends and families of the Savanna Army Depot Fire Department.